Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. This is a reading for October of 2025, so this is a time-based reading. Let's see what's going on in October. For the collective, we're going to get 3 cards and see what we need to know. Any potential pitfalls, any wisdom or advice we may need to take in from the guides at this time. 2 of Cups popping out. With the 2 of Swords at the bottom, you may not know that you may not know you're in a relationship. That's a really funny way to say it. I feel like it's your higher self. I was really drawn to that Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and you wouldn't typically think of the Page of Pentacles as your higher self. The Page of Pentacles is like a student at school, right? Well, isn't life Earth school? It's like your higher self. That Page of Pentacles is guiding you, but it's like from the mindset of a kid. It's a beginner's mind. Sometimes that's where the most wisdom lies, because it hasn't been programmed yet. Or better yet, which is what I believe the Hermit is, it's a mind that over many years has learned to become deprogrammed. It's funny how, like, the more you learn, the less you know. There could be an old man sitting next to a young boy on a bench in the park, and it's kind of like it's a cycle. It's like 2 arrows. You could also look at it like the Ouroboros, which is the snake eating its own tail, right? Snakes are friends, not foes. They are symbols of rebirth. If not friend, why friend shaped? I will say, though, that one time my brother Mike had a snake, right? I was coming out of the shower upstairs in my old house, my childhood home, and I was in a towel, like, coming toward the stairs, and I was about to step down the stair, and the snake was right there at the top of the step, just like I'm not somebody who typically screams, but I did scream. And then my brother just came out laughing. These damn Capricorns. They can be such assholes. I love you guys. I love you, Caps. All right, everybody. 1, 2, and 3. So, themes of transformation coming through for the month of October. Now, October 31st is a very transformational time, right? We have the 8 of Cups here. Oh, interesting. You could have walked away from some sort of a lucrative opportunity or like position or something here. Now, take that metaphorically if need be. I feel like you could have become an emperor in a certain field, or maybe even in a dynamic, like in a relationship, like maybe that was a role. With the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, I feel you were saying things like, so this could be something that's coming up in the month of October, these thoughts, or this is something you're doing in October, walking away from something, or this is something you've already done and you're in the 8 of Cups when we're in October and you're like thinking back on the situation. I feel like you started saying things like, or you will, with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, like, I feel guilty for feeling like I want more. I feel so many people would kill for this sort of a position or would kill for this person, you know? I don't know what this is really. I'm getting like for some of you, this could have been like a wealthy person with the emperor, and you would have like not had to work, or, you know, that's only for a select few. And I feel like you realized that you could be your own emperor. Not saying for those of you that applies to that you wouldn't want an emperor. You want somebody um where it's not a transactional thing. Because we had that Two of Cups popping out at the in the shuffle, and I feel like there's something happening here where there's a transition you're going through. If this is love for you guys, it can also be career. But with the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing it as detaching emotionally from a love situation for some, or that will be themes that you're thinking through in the month of October. Now, the Emperor can also be a boss. And with the Ace of Wands, sometimes I see the Ace of Wands as a creative position, especially with the Emperor. So this could be even like your own business, guys. Like maybe there's something about a partnership here, though, for sure, with the Two of Cups. So maybe this was even a business partnership and you walked away from that, or there was a potential of that. And I'm hearing something about the vibes are off, which is really funny, guys. I mean, you know, I would trust that. I would trust yourself, cuz I'm seeing you feeling like you could even have people in your ear saying like, why would you walk away? I'm hearing something about 7 figures. Why would you walk away from 7 figures? This could have even been a pathway for you guys where you felt like you kind of had to sell your soul a little bit, you know, for that 7 figures. And you were just like, you know what? I'll make my own damn 7 figures. Yeah, I can't even talk because I felt just like my face felt like it got all red there. Yeah, I'm seeing the 9 of Pentacles, and we'll see who comes out in the spread. Excuse my eyes being closed, guys. I just sometimes I really just want to channel through raw without like looking if there's lipstick on my teeth. You know what I'm saying? All right. Sometimes the Virgo gets in the way a little bit of my raw Leo that's just like very bold. Sometimes I stop myself. That could also be a theme coming up for you guys where it doesn't have to be a Virgo thing. I'm just saying there could be some hesitation going back and forth here. Another 2. So this could have something to do with a relationship. This could also have something to do with, can I balance 2 things? Some of you could be in a transitional period where you have, this is very practical, but where you have one job and you're like moving to a different job. I'm hearing moving to a different field for some here. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords. Very interesting. So maybe you're very passionate about something like where you just were. I feel like you learned a lot, so there was no time wasted. You could have studied something or practiced something. I'm seeing something about like playing piano, but that could just be an analogy, like learning to play piano week after week. I'm seeing that. But it doesn't have to be piano, guys. It's just something that you would have done week after week. Whether it be a job or some sort of thing that you practice. I'm hearing practice makes perfect. And I'm seeing like a strict schedule, a strict routine with the 2 of Pentacles. Or maybe this is something you're looking for, guys. Like maybe you need a challenge. Now, I'm going to say this a couple ways. You could be somebody who needs a challenge. Now you could have Aries in your chart. Aries can be this way for sure, where, and I love you guys, and you know, I've known a couple Aries very closely. But Aries can kind of be like, I kind of need to keep myself I'm not just gonna sit around. Like Aries doesn't like to just sit around, and I'm seeing you just like blowing a bubble, like sitting in this class, just like kind of like bored. Like I'm seeing you as some sort of a creative genius here, and you're sitting in a class where they're teaching something that you feel like you're way beyond this. I'm also hearing something about you are, or you did accept way below your pay grade. I'm hearing something about a pedigree. Like your name precedes you. I'm hearing that. So wherever you're going, they already know about you. There's already like lore about you. You have a reputation. I'm hearing bad reputation. Isn't that Taylor Swift? So I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is like in a job capacity, but for some, this is in love. It's like you could have even felt the opposite. Like someone felt like they could kind of put you on the back burner. I'm hearing something about you could have felt like someone thought you were boring. Like it's the opposite. That's so weird because for some, it's like that you felt like this person was bored with you or whatever because you have like a routine with the Two of Pentacles and just like a daily life thing and you have a lot to do and stuff. And for others, yeah, we have the Two of Cups right here with the Six of Cups. For others, it's like you felt bored. And I'm being rude by saying it like that, guys. I wouldn't actually say that like in real life, if you know what I'm saying. But there's something here. I'm hearing it's giving nothing. It's so mean, but I've seen it on TikTok where there's like clips of Hillary Duff of her dancing like in the past, and a lot of people are like, it's giving nothing. Hey, I used to love Hillary Duff. Okay, I used to love Lizzie McGuire. I wanted to be just like her. People used to say I looked like her when I was a kid, when I was younger, when I had more blonde hair, but anyways, whatever. See, you could even like possibly stand up for somebody who's just like a wreck here. Because it's like everywhere they go, they like blow stuff up. They're toxic. They could even have like addictions. You could even wonder, I think this person's a karmic. But you go back and forth in your head because I feel like, and this is what it is, if this is a relationship, you feel like you stand up for this person because there's a side of you that other people are judging as well. It's like you feel like as this person's being judged, you are taking it personally because this person was a karmic mirror to you to show you actually all the ways you've evolved already, but you're still holding on to the fact like, yeah, but I was those things at one point, or I used to feel that way, or I struggled with those things. And so I feel like there's a side of you that weirdly stands up for this kind of toxic person, whether it's a romantic interest or it's a sibling or it's a friend or it's a colleague for some of you. But still it looks like you're choosing to walk away from it because you've deemed it too toxic, like it's begun to overtake your life. You could even feel like this person does spell work. You could feel like this person's overstepping some sort of line. Like if this is not romantic and it's like in work or something, you feel I'm seeing a man sliding his hand on the thigh of a woman wearing a skirt. And I just feel like for some of you, it's inappropriate. For others, it may not be because we have the Two of Cups, but for some, we have some signs coming through here, if that applies, that part of the message. So we have Leo, Aquarius, and Pisces here. My voice is shaking. Like I'm suddenly feeling like actually kind of trigger warning, guys, right? Honk honk. Hello everybody, it's TW the Trigger Warning Clown, just here to give my little disclaimer. This is the way I felt in the past when someone like went over the line with me sexually. And like at the time when it's happening, you kind of feel, some of you are filing something with HR. But you know, HR might be different for where you're at. For some of you, this isn't like an actual HR. This is like you're leaving something because you felt a violation of some sort. I just feel like at the moment when something's happening, you're kind of like, I'm not trying to trigger you guys, but it's a specific feeling where it's like at the time that it's happening, you're almost like a little bit in shock. So you just like laugh it off, or you kind of just like act like it's fine or something. But then later on, when you like go home and you're like getting ready for bed and you look at yourself in the mirror and you realize you were uncomfortable with something. For some of you, this is a boss, or it's some sort of like superior. Anyways, I'm going to move out of that, guys. Some of you might be like moving. Some of you might be like leaving a situation because of what I just said. Now, for others of you, Two of Cups, we have Cancer energy here. I'm hearing something about this could have caused a breakup. I don't know what that is. Remember I mentioned the Nine of Pentacles? I did, right? Anyways, this was the energy I was seeing. It's like you could even be leaving something because you know, like, okay, maybe I'm not fully an emperor yet, but I'm a Nine of Pentacles and I'm going to do this on my own. Some of you are like going indie. Now, for some of you, this is like a music thing. Like you're declining a record label, or you're declining some sort of a book deal for some, or some sort of a pathway. Here it is. It's full circle. There's some sort of a pathway here that was going to turn into 7 figures for some of you. I'm hearing 6 figures and I'm hearing 7 figures. And I'm hearing people like in the astral arguing with you, being like, are you a freaking imbecile? Why would you leave that behind? For some of you, it's because of this SA stuff that I mentioned. For others of you, and you feel like you would have to kind of like play along with that for them to like promote you. And I'm hearing like, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm hearing somebody say that. So for some of you, it's that's why you're leaving. For others of you, there's nothing like that. There's no creepy boss or any of that. There's just an opportunity that you feel like you would have to sell out in a way, or you couldn't like say certain things, or certain things have to be censored, and spirit specifically said to you, I want you to leave all the gory details. Like if this is a book, for example, for some of you, it's like not palatable for the certain publisher that... Regardless, this could even be something that's happening in 10 years, guys. It's not a book for everybody. I'm just saying an opportunity like that. Because everybody's in different fields who watches, but it would be an opportunity that people with Two of Pentacles be trying to kind of convince you to not leave this, or what are you thinking for leaving this? Like people would kill for this. And I feel like some of you are being guided away. Literally, it's like spirit is showing up with the cosmic vehicle. You're leaving something, you're quitting a job, you're leaving a relationship, because you realize you're the Nine of Pentacles. I'm hearing this is part of your spiritual journey and your spiritual growth. And that brings me back to the Ouroboros. Excuse me, confirmation. Guys, October is a big month here. It's a big month. There's a transformation happening. I'm seeing the Death card. And it's a breakthrough. Remember my reading right before this? If you happen to watch it, it was all about a breakthrough, and we have it here. There. We'll just embrace the transformation. Right? Because this could feel a little scary, guys. Like you're moving on from something come October. And it's like you don't even have to drive. It's like they're coming to pick you up, whatever that means to you. You could be involved with a Cancer here. You could be a Cancer. You could have Cancer in your chart. We have Cancer and Aries out on the table. We're sorry, guys. I'm stuttering on that. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're going to get our main spread going here. But that's the lead up. Now, this could also be depending on where you're on and at. Why am I... What? I'm like praying in Italian. Sometimes I feel like I can fully speak Italian, but I can't. It's a really weird phenomenon. Like sometimes I feel like if I just start speaking, I'll be speaking fluent fluent Italian. But anyways, this is the point. In October, depending on where you're at in the timeline, either you're going to be thinking about walking away from something, you're going to actually be walking away from something. Yeah, or you're actually going to be like in the midst of you've already made the decision. My hand is shaking, guys, and my voice is shaking. So guys, this is taking a lot of bravery here. This is that Ram energy with the Aries energy here. And Aries will just go for it, man. They won't even think. Aries is an energy that's like, do it first, think later. And you know what? Sometimes that's the best way to go. With certain things, it's best to just take the leap of faith. Because you're not just blindly taking a leap, guys. This is something that you're being guided to do. Like your intuition is guiding you to walk away from something because there's new doors right here. Ironically enough, the doors were actually behind you. So this is trippy. I'm seeing it as like you're going around again. So you might start having deja vu. Like this might remind you of something else you've already gone through, and you're going to come up here from the back. And here's these two doors at this part in the cycle that you're just leaving from. I hope that's making sense. And I'm hearing you're not repeating this cycle because like you're in trouble or you didn't learn the lesson. This is a second chance. This is like a breakthrough happening on a past opportunity or a past person. I'm hearing something about 2 years where this could be like love and a creative opportunity, love and some sort of exciting new beginning here with the Ace of Wands. It doesn't have to be career, guys. That story was just for someone at least, right? All right, so let's get into the main spread. Let me fix my gloss. It's like Naples, Italy to like New Jersey, Italian. My lip gloss is popping. There's a difference, but we love everyone. Little Jersey Shore. Guys, I went to an Italian bakery this morning. I really want to show you how good they look. Why does this look salacious? It's probably a bad idea to do on camera. Cream puffs. I wanted to show you guys my treats. Look at this. What else did I get? Some sort of like cake. And a freaking cannoli. So what's my drug? Dessert. These are my sins. I'm gonna work out, don't worry. Alright, let's get into this, y'all. Finish it later. I started this episode off with a silent cleansing meditation, just sitting here. I'm feeling that again. That's definitely part of this message because you could be nervous that you're going through a transition come October. Just feel into that, guys. Yeah, and I mean, 8 of Cups is a card of emotional detachment, but I feel in this context, it's talking more about emotionally detaching from whatever you're moving on from. Now, keep in mind, sometimes things are a long process. There are stages of grief, just like there are stages of moving on and transformation. So say this is a person, you could just kind of be quietly thinking things to yourself, processing through how you feel you deserve to be treated, if you feel like this person is a good match for you, etc. Because for some, you have a new person coming in, and for some of you, it's like a better match for you. So just stay open with spirit because you're always going to be guided in the way of your highest good. But you don't have to make any rash decisions, guys. But like I said, with that Aries energy, sometimes there is a time to just go on your pure emotion. Like And fire emotion is different than water emotion. Like Aries emotion is much different than like a Piscean reactional emotion. And I'm not saying reactional in a negative way. I'm just saying sometimes with Aries, it's just like cowabunga, and you just like jump. So there may be a need for that. Or that's something that you're going to plan for, and then you're going to see like, okay, it's coming around. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And then you just take the leap. I'm seeing some of you literally jumping out of an airplane. My cousin jumped out of an airplane, so maybe some of you guys skydive. Literally, but I'm seeing it like skydiving. Now, for some of you, this is like falling in love, and it might feel like you're jumping out of an airplane. So, yeah, guys, it's different for everybody. But for some, this is a very exciting new like career opportunity as well. Where, oh, let me just say that one more thing on the 6 figures, 7 figures, because I feel like there maybe there's a couple Capricorns or something. Because I mentioned you guys in the beginning. I feel like there's a couple people, maybe Tauruses too, that are like, I'm still back on the 6 figure conversation. The 7, oh no, they're correcting me. They're like, you said 7 figures. I did say 7 figures. So hey. I know people who make 7 figures, and it's not even that crazy. Like, anyways. We have the world and the devil, which is Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, like I was just saying. You don't have to be a Capricorn for that part to apply. But I'm just saying it's that energy. What I was going to say, though, is that you could be walking away from something that people are like, you're an idiot for walking away from it, whether it was selling your soul or whether it was like, it's not how you wanted it to be, or you felt like spirit's pulling you in a different direction. Whatever the reason is, you could have a moment of thinking like, am I making the right decision? Go with your gut, guys, because what I'm seeing 8 figures now. It's like there's something higher for you. This was some sort of a test of what you think you're worth. I'm hearing, what do you think this is worth? I'm seeing spirit saying that to you. What do you think this is worth? You think it's worth 6 figures? And it's an interesting, it kind of, I look like I'm in an auctioneer. I look like I'm somewhere, I'm seeing like fine art being auctioned off. So it's kind of up to you what you think something's worth, you know, aside from what makes things worth something. But I'm just saying, it's like once you get to a level, once you get to a certain level, what brings it to the next level can sometimes just be like a tiny little tweak. It's kind of like if everybody's good at something in the room, like say this is a baking competition. Everyone is an absolutely excellent baker. Like they have their own businesses and stuff, and they're like known. Some of them are celebrity chefs or bakers, excuse me. And so what the person that wins the competition, sometimes it's the most slight technicality why they win, because everyone's good. Same with like singers, etc. So I'm seeing something like that here. Spirit's like, what if we thought bigger? Bigger? What if we thought like, I don't know, 8 figures? And it's not just about the money, guys, but it's funny because that is how it's coming through. It's like you could even have some sort of a, like, how do I say that? I would think bigger, guys. We have the Sun here with the King of Pentacles. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. There's the Ace of Swords. Oh my God. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that, then we'll get to the spread. is because earlier I was seeing something about the Ace of Swords. I was seeing like a minor tweak. There's that minor tweak thing again. This is what's going to take you to the next level, guys. Whatever this is, there's another element you can add, whether this is a book. Like, this is what I was taught, and this is why the devil's done everything in their power to stop me from writing my book. But anyways, that's for another day. And the devil, I'm just being cheeky, right? There's an element, this is what I was taught, is that like there's a certain level you get to, but the next level, like anyone who's on a podcast, anyone who's doing like a tour of any kind, speaking or otherwise, they have a book. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a book. They're going to have a book. And of course there are exceptions. Like somebody might have a really popular blog or something. Like remember the Pioneer woman? She and her husband, I think his net worth is like 200 million. I think hers might be like 50 million. All the Capricorns are like like they like this reading. It's not just Caps. I'm just joking, guys, but I'm just saying like I'm a really big fan of her, and she has a cool story, and now she has her own show, and she has like her, you know, Tupperware and stuff in Walmart. So you know that's, so some of you, this is the point. There's some sort of an element here that if you add this other thing and it's something with an Ace of Swords, you'll go from 6 to 8 figures. And I feel like there's a negotiation in between if it's going to be 7 figures or not. Now, obviously, guys, I'm not putting grandiose lies into your mind that you're just going to wake up. Excuse me. I'm hearing it's easy like Sunday morning. You're just going to wake up on Sunday morning and there's going to be 8 figures in your bank account. I grew up with like the wealth transfer and stuff, like in the prosperity gospel, like Joel Osteen and all those people, right? That's where my parents are from. So I grew up with all that crazy stuff. I was like delusional as a kid. I used to like check the mail for these like magical checks to come in because I listened to all these televangelists that would basically tell you like if you give us an offering, you're gonna find a $200 check in your mail. And as a kid, I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna do that. And so I was like, it's so sad, but like I would give my like $10 like tooth fairy money to like Kenneth Copeland or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And the money never came. But hey, it's not the end of my life, right? I've given a lot to a lot of churches, to a lot of pastors, to a lot of ministers. I believe in the law of reciprocity. I might no longer believe in the prosperity gospel because I feel like there's a scam in there. You got a scam in me. You got a scam in me. There might be a scam or two in there. But what I do believe in is if you give, you will be given to. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, will man give unto your bosom because of the things you've given in your life. So some of you guys, this is a karmic thing. Money's coming back around for you. Some sort of career thing is coming back around for you because of all the things you've given in your life. Not just money, but your time, your love. I saw the Queen of Cups before, and now we have the King of Pentacles. So you're going to have some sort of understanding and or revelation here that causes a transformational thing to happen in your brain where you realize there's a pathway opening up that's not just worth more money. It's not just about money. It's this particular pathway where you get to express something in a fuller way. This would be like say you're somebody who already has written a book. Because I've literally read for people who have come to me like asking about like their books and stuff like that. So I know you guys are doing all that sort of stuff, and I'm so proud of everybody. Like rock on, guys. You guys are so awesome out here. And I love you. I'm so proud of you guys. So say for example you already have a book. It's like Spirit wants you to have like your own TV show, or Spirit wants you to go on a book tour, or wants you to start speaking, or wants you to be on a TED Talk, or there's like a next level thing here. I think I titled a reading like 2 readings ago, "This is your next level." That's this, guys. And there's something happening in the month of October. But for some of you, it's like an added element of, it's something with communication. Like maybe some of you are more shy and you're like, I don't really want to like do all that. Now you don't have to do this, guys. And for some of you, it's going from like $60,000 to $80,000 a year. For some, it's not like a 6 to 8 figure thing. I'm not trying to disappoint you guys. I'm just saying, I'm a truth teller. Like, you know what's up for you, but at the same time, I believe, like I said, in the law of reciprocity. If you give, you will be given too. So even if, nobody in your family has been a millionaire, why the fuck can't you be? You know what I'm saying? Like, believe it can be and it will be. Some of you are breaking through generational, like, speaking of a wealth transfer, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're getting like a spiritual wealth transfer here. Like your ancestors are, you could be inheriting some sort of idea or some sort of like brilliant mindset that you didn't have before. I'm seeing somebody sitting up in the middle of the night and writing down all these like complex equations, like using both hands, which is interesting because my painting teacher, she was ambidextrous and she would paint watercolor paint with both hands. And I was always like, how the hell do you do that? I'm seeing somebody like waking up in the middle of the night and you're getting like all these complex math equations and you're like, but I feel like that could be an analogy even. For some, it's not. For some, you're like an accountant or something. Like some of you are like in the finance world or whatever, or it's something. Some of you are coming up with like a concept, like a formula. Like I'm seeing some of you are more that realm, King of Pentacles stuff. And I know a little bit about that side of things. I'm more the creative side, but I've been in the classes with all of you people. You know what I mean? I'm seeing somebody writing like the 7 laws of finance or something like that, where it's like you come up with some sort of a program or like an idea that before maybe you just kind of had like a YouTube channel or something, and it might not be a YouTube channel. I'm seeing some of you like teaching. I'm seeing kind of like a dingy like schoolroom. So I don't know. There's a lot of people doing a lot of different things. I'm proud of all of you guys. I wish I could come to all your like events and classes and stuff, right? To support you. I'll send someone, right? But anyways, I'm seeing it's more that too. Like some of you are going to be like waking up in the middle of the night with some sort of inspired idea from the divine, and you start doing like these equations and you're like, wait, like it's giving like it's finance guy stuff, it's finance bro sort of vibe. Which I've been around those parts too. I know all those guys, I know all those YouTube channels. Yeah, I just opened up to the Emperor. But anyways, guys, I'm seeing something like you coming up with some sort of course or mastermind or who is that guy? This is reminding me of I have his newsletter, damn it. I don't know, there's a lot of these guys, right? I'm seeing you guys doing maybe like a newsletter, which would be writing, or instead of just videos, it's like having a book, like the 7 laws to find. I don't know why it's coming through 7 laws. The 7 laws to finance, like how to gain 7 figures in your business. I'm getting that message for somebody. You're free to have that title if you want, but I'm hearing some of you arguing with me and being like, yeah, but what's the point? AI is just going to take over anyway. Guys, it's never going to be as good as you writing it yourself and presenting it yourself. I'm seeing slides. And it's not finance for everybody, but I'm just going to give this a little bit of attention here, because it's like one kick in the pants and you're extremely successful because you already have some sort of, I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles. You already have something beneath you, who I'm speaking to here, that is a foundation of something where it's like one small step, guys, and you're going to go to the next level here. But for others, it's not like business or finance, but it has something to do with an Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, it's another element that's going to take you to the next level. It's going to take you into a different room with like bigger people. And it's like one room to the left, down the hall to the left, that room right there. I'm seeing 717 on the door. That's the room you got to go into. Once you get in there, it's like you're going to have some sort of a mentor or a teacher or a professor or something. And again, guys, it doesn't have to be finance for everybody. Just take it as an analogy if that's not the case for you. It's like you're going to have some sort of a mentor that like teaches you something, that changes something in your brain. It's like you're going to get a supernatural download into your subconscious where you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and you're going to suddenly have like a brilliant idea that takes your business to the next level. I'm seeing that specifically for somebody. And it could be more than one person. I'm seeing that's at least 3 people. I'm seeing something about like a children's book. It's like I'm seeing a lot of bright colors. I'm seeing somebody in like an art room as well. I'm seeing a big like fluffy white dog. Looks kind of like a sheepdog. I don't want to dox your location. I'm seeing kind of like a farm or something. So that's somebody. But I just opened up to the 5 of Swords. Some of you have to leave something. And it could be a concept. Like, you're a very intuitive person. You feel your intuition drawing you somewhere else, whether this is a relationship, a job, a career thing, an idea, some sort of higher education with the Page of Pentacles, like getting your degree or getting your certification or getting some sort of like licensing or like documentation for your taxes or legitimizing a business with the King of Pentacles. This is like your next level, guys. Whatever this is your next level. And get help if you need to. You don't have to do everything yourself. There's a lot of virtual stuff these days too. Just make sure it's not sketchy. All right, card number, and this is not financial, legal advice, none of that. I'm not a professional. I'm just a girl, right? Just a girl with a couple ideas. All right. Card number 1, October 2025. We have the 6 of Swords, and there it is. See, this to me is better than the 8 of Cups, because sometimes the 8 of Cups to me is more of an emotional detachment. The 6 of Swords for me can sometimes be a mental plan that I'm gonna move forward, but in this context I'm seeing it as you might go through a process in October, guys, where you're emotionally detaching, like you're beginning the process of an idea. You're going towards the Ace of Swords mentally in October, but you might not physically do anything yet. For some of you, this is something that it's planting a seed. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles. It's planting a seed in your mind, and you're going to start something like 2 years from now. And I'm not saying that to give you a reason to procrastinate further, because I'm seeing something about 2027 and 2029. So I wouldn't procrastinate here, guys, but I'm seeing like something getting moving in a direction that's leading you toward that 8-figure vision, whatever the hell that is. And for some of you, it's not like an 8-figure position. It's money you're going to make that then you're going to learn how to like invest. I would highly recommend it. Again, this is not financial advice. I took 2.5 years, I would say, every single morning in a stock market group right at the bell. I learned how to trade live time. That stuff can be expensive, so you don't have to do that sort of thing. I would learn about stocks and be careful with who you learn it from. Don't be scammed. I would learn about investments. I would learn about gold. I would learn, you know what I'm saying, guys? Because you're going to need somewhere to put your money. You don't want it to just be burning a hole in your pocket. That's why Spirit years ago started to teach me about investing. They pulled me out of my Christian ministry. An angel appeared to me, spoke to me audibly to the point where I was so scared I went and laid under my covers like a child, told me to leave my prophetic ministry that I built from the ground up when I had nothing, from homelessness into my own apartment. I was told, how am I ever going to have an apartment? How am I ever going to do anything? I did all those things. I had my own place. I started my own ministry. Then I left it. Then in the interim period, I learned how to invest my money. And I took marketing and advertising. I would highly recommend all of that stuff, guys. I would learn as much as you possibly can, even if it's just for inspiration to get the wheels turning. It doesn't mean you have to go into marketing. It's just good to learn. It's good to like know things. It's good to understand the mindset, even just of society. Like, oh, I'm being marketed to right now. Oh, this is fake news. This is why. You can pick up the same spirit everywhere. The slithering spirit that slithers through the news is the same spirit that slithers through CEOs having a conversation on the golf course the same morning. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all friends and they're all banging each other's wives and everything. I don't know. All right. Okay. They're like, all right, Melissa. Card number 2. 7 of Pentacles. Collect what you already know, what you already have. Because this is a time of transition and transformation, and it's not money for everybody. I don't mean to say that to disappoint you guys. It can be for everybody. I personally believe everyone can. Everyone can. Period. No, it doesn't matter where you come from. Everyone can. Abso-fucking-lutely. But for some of you, this is more like an emotional thing. Like you're upgrading emotionally. Like you're going to the next level. Like some of you are leaving a relationship and you're getting into a good one. I'm seeing the 10 of Cups. For some of you, this is financial. This is like career. You could be moving careers. For some of you, you're literally changing fields. But for others, this is more like subtle with the 6 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. I'm seeing you kind of just like, if you guys happen to watch my episode where I talked about I forgot which one I said it in, but I was basically like, when I was taking a little time away from the show, 7 of Pentacles, this is the card that kept coming out for me when I was away from the show. And they were having me really look over everything up until now, because it's been such a whirlwind since the apartment and since moving into my house. Like my faith completely deconstructed. I left my ministry and then I started, like, I learned tarot from the ground up. It felt like it fit like an old glove. Like I had already done it in another life. Like it instantly made sense to me. And I just there could be something like that's going to happen to you guys, where something is going to awaken in you. And that's very like Kundalini awakening with the snake energy. Something's going to awaken in you. It could even be some sort of a past life knowing or a gift or an understanding, or just a reminder of like, this is your path. This is the way to go. And you could be leaving something else to do that. I would recommend it. And obviously I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, but I would choose the dream. I would choose the dream, because even if you fail, at least you tried. And if you fail once, try again. How many people write books that talk about, yeah, my first 7 businesses failed. I tried to write this book for 20 years, and now here I am. Like, I'm pretty sure Louise Hay started at like 50 years old. Like, some of you are going to be like known mediums or like known speakers. Like, I'm seeing oracle cards, I'm seeing books, I'm seeing conferences. Like, some of you are going to start at like 50. Some of you are 50. Like, some of you are like, some people here, you're like a late bloomer, and that's good. Because now it's like you've already gained a lot of wisdom, so you're not going to make all the same stupid mistakes you would have when you were like 18 years old with like $47 in your bank account, like high out of your mind, living like on your friend's couch. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're mature, you know what you want, and like you're ready for this next level, this next step. For some of you, it's a relationship where it's like you kind of did the things and you're like, okay, I'm like ready to settle down. Or I don't know, there's something about a maturity coming through here. And that goes back to the original Page of Pentacles to Hermit example. It's like the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles are kind of both the same at the polarities. Like the young man and the old man are the same. The more I learn, the less I know. So it's like you've gained a certain amount of wisdom where you're almost like ready to be a student again. So you could be feeling kind of like everything's falling apart, or like what's happening? Like, why do I feel like I'm starting from square one again? Because you kind of are in a way with the Page of Pentacles. But you're doing it with all of the previous wisdom. Like, you can't buy that. Yeah. So they're saying like take a little time, like as you're in transition. Even if it's to calm your mind, I'm seeing you like writing stuff on a piece of paper. Like write down some stuff, like what's happened over the last 7 years. Like think about some things, like, you know, a combination of like what's happened, how did I get here, as well as thoughts like where do I want to go, what do I want, what do I want to do. And don't come up with any like specific plan. It could be like a spitballing kind of thing, like, oh, in the next 5 years I wanted this or that, but keep it loose. Like let yourself dream again. Like what if I could actually have that? And I'm gonna like think about that for a minute. Because it's looking like whether you think about it or not, like you have this road. I'm seeing it kind of like a landing strip, and I'm actually seeing you coming in. Like you're arriving somewhere. I'm not even seeing you getting on the plane. It's like you're already on the plane, man. You're on the plane. So it's almost like October is a month to catch up with your own self, because your higher self, your future self, they're landing. They're somewhere else. Some of you might be moving literally. Some of you might be traveling. We got the world multiple times. Whatever it is, it's going to be very happy, and it's going to be very lucrative for some of you. For others, this is like a relationship. You could be like going to see somebody, and it might not all be happening in October, guys. These are the seeds being planted for some for the next like years. So this is like stuff that it's like the sun is growing past stuff, but you could also be coming up to a fork in the road where, because the Seven of Pentacles can be like analyzing everything, and then from that space deciding to like go a different direction. And I feel like that's what we're seeing with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups and everything. And you might not be making any moves yet. Like this might be something that's just kind of brewing in the month of October. Card number 3, we have the Three of Swords. Stuff's gonna come up, guys. Don't let that spook you. I just looked over to my crow that's sitting with all of my tarot and oracle decks over there. You're going to have messages coming in, maybe literally from the crows. I'm wearing black, so. So you're going to have messages while you're going through this transformation, guys, because it is a form of a rebirth. And with this Pluto energy right here, with the snake, the Ouroboros, and we had the world and everything too. Yeah, there's something happening, guys, in the month of October, but it might not show. I'm seeing it as like a woman that just found out she was pregnant, but it's like not showing yet. Sort of a thing. Like it's not going to show for a little while that you're pregnant with this like idea or this concept or this new life, or possibly even like a new relationship. I know that sounds weird to be like pregnant with a relationship, but I don't know. So let's clarify these. take a look at these boys. 6 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. I'm not going to go too long, guys. And the 3 of Swords. I just like to kind of sink into the energy. And also, like, I like to listen to people. Like, I like that kind of, like, drawn-out NPR voice. It, like, gives me comfort. So even if some people don't watch till the end, it's like I know there's always going to be a few who will, and I like hope that you guys just are like listening to me even just as like a comfort, because I believe that spirit fills my voice with like elixirs. Like it's not just my words that I'm speaking, like the actual concepts, but I believe, you know, people have told me for years, especially with my singing, that it can be like healing and soothing and stuff. Like even if the songs are like really dark, I've had a lot of people say like this helped me process things, like this helped. I even saw a woman recently on my Tissues album say that she was like crying and using tissues, listening through the songs, and that's my hope, to help move this energy, guys, and to also give you hope with the sun that you can do anything that you set your mind to do. I promise you, especially some of us didn't have like the best parents that like encouraged us and stuff. Like I feel the elders coming through me. Like this is not just me talking, this is like the elders of time looking down on us like children, saying you can do these things, like you can have the life of your dreams. You are more than you could ever understand, but only some of us tap into it. Like we only use a percentage of our brain. It's like 10% or something like that of our brains. Like imagine if we went to our fullest potential, and not even our fullest. What if we went to like 25% instead of 10%? You know what I mean? It's like the difference between 6 figures and 8 figures. You know, that adds up. So, you know what I mean? All right. Yeah, for some of you, this is definitely like a career-y thing. Oh my God, for sure. King of Pentacles, Star, 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, you're going to be like a known person. Like I don't know, King of Pentacles with the Star and the 8 of Pentacles. Like you're gonna be known for your work, for sure. Well, some of you already are, but it's the next level, guys, right? For sure. Six of Swords, 7 of Pence, 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords, guys, is natural. It's like during transformation, that's part of shedding the skin. Like I would even suggest like crying. Like your guides are gonna help you. And I know you can't just like make yourself cry on demand. I mean, if I just like sit here and just like feel into my emotions, I will start crying, but it's like they want to help you through this transition. So I would just lean into it, guys, and feel your feelings. You know, if you need to like cry, if you need to like have a moment. Yeah, it came out again, 3 of Pentacles, and now this time with the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. You may feel like I've got to do something, or I want to think about this cerebrally, or like I want to like watch this movie, or like I want to get that old book out again that I bought back in 2017, and I'm going to look at that again. And you know, whatever comes up, guys, at this time, or like, wow, I'm so sad that like things didn't happen in my time frame, or I wish that, you know, I wish I had somebody here who was like a partner that like loved me and cherished me and supported me and didn't try to break me down as I'm trying to like move ahead in my life. That's what the 3 of Swords is for some. But guys, it's better to just feel through those things, but like keep pushing forward with the Chariot anyway, because that is your breakthrough. I'm hearing something about a windfall. Like guys, this is real. Like this is your destiny. Don't let anybody stand in the way between you and like a good person, or you and a better career, or you and your highest level of a spiritual path, or even, like I said, a higher level from 10 to 25%. And once you get to that 25%, you're going to be like, damn, why wasn't I coming to the gym? Or like, why wasn't I drinking this water, man? Like, what was I doing back there sitting on the couch eating McDonald's? Like, bro, like, I'm in the gym every morning now. That's that. This is very finance bro today. So what's up, guys? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's the green, I think. It's bringing you all here. 6 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. For October of 2025 for the collective. With that Chariot, there's your victory. Push through. Don't deny your emotions, but don't let them envelop you to the point that you stay stagnant and get stuck in analysis paralysis. You're already on the plane. Remember that. They're just letting you know so that you don't freak out, basically. All right. 1, 2, and 3. I'm laughing because they do this to me so often. It's like freaking crazy. Yeah, you guys are going to be busy with the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups here too. So for some of you, you're like switching out to a different person. I know that's like very, like that's inconsiderate for me just to be like, you're swapping them out. But I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. This is just a quick clarification, everyone. Clarifying the 6 of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands. See, you're going to start to feel this inspiration and motivation coming back to you guys. You could have felt a little bit like low or bored or like uninspired or whatever. With the Sun, too. Yeah, you're going to start feeling that motivation again. It's like that motivation to go to the gym, but like we know, we can't wait to be motivated. We have to just like do stuff and then we get motivated. Like a lot of the time, the act itself is what motivates you. So, we might not feel motivated at first. We might even feel kind of like scared or we might feel like, I'm just going to keep like looking over these numbers, or I'm going to keep looking over these plans, or we might feel overwhelmed emotionally. We might even like go back and forth of like, is this the right thing to do or whatever? Just go guys, go. Do it. Like, even if you're wrong, who the hell cares? Like, it's going to lead you to something that then you're going to jump to the next rock. But if you didn't come over here and make a supposed mistake, right? Like, I don't really think that's possible because it's a rerouting system. It's just like a GPS. It just reroutes you. There's not really any way to fully get lost because you're always just going to get rerouted. So even if you make a supposed mistake, it's like you're going to realize like, oh my God, wait, okay. So it was a mistake that I moved to Texas, but now that I'm here, I'm like, wait, I'm going to move to Arizona or I'm going to move to California, right? So there's something going on with that, guys, where it's like you see that you can do something. You see that you're capable of something. You see that you're allowed to be something and have something and enjoy something. Like you're going to start to feel inspired again. But for some, it's not going to come until you're nervous. And I'm not a doctor, everybody. Honk, honk. Like your nervous system might have to kind of regulate with, you might have to heal fully from some sort of like emotional situation with the 3 of Swords. Like not everything is going to be like roses and like unicorns, and like sometimes things are hard, but you're moving. Like just know if you're moving, you're alive and you're breathing and you're moving and grooving. That's the most important thing. Even if you feel like you're making a wrong decision, technically that's not possible. You're just going to get rerouted. Clarifying the 7 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands. You're going to get like inspired even more so. Like the first step is that you're mentally thinking about some sort of an upgrade, or it's like you're moving mentally. You're already moving mentally, but then when you start actually bringing out the cold hard facts, like looking through your timeline, what's happened over the past 7 years, or looking at like plans. Like, it's something concrete with the pentacles. Like the first is more mental, just kind of letting yourself think about things. This next step that's going to start to happen, which brings you from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands, which is a higher form of inspiration than the Knight of Wands, you're going to get even more inspired. The fire is going to continue to increase, going from just a thought into, hey, maybe I'm going to write some stuff down. Hey, I'm going to go look through those old books or those old journals that I used to write my notes in, or that, that old song book, or those old photographs or paintings that I used to paint, or hey, I'm going to go back in my like search history and go back to that old research, or I'm going to open that old account and take a look at, those old stocks that I traded, and remember how I felt back there. I just did that. Like think about, like it's 7 of Pentacles. So it isn't just thinking a lot of the time. It could be writing things down. It could be like saving pictures on your phone, like from your camera roll. Like I like to look back through the years and like look at myself at different times in my life so that I can remember the memories and kind of like gather the stuff that I wish I had brought with me, but I was like too traumatized to like think to do that at the time. So there could be stuff coming up, guys, with the 3 of Swords where you feel kind of like triggered, or like emotions are coming up at this time, or feelings of like doubt, or like I can't do this or whatever. But that's why we have the Queen of Wands, because she's super confident, she's super bold, even if she doesn't know what she's doing. Right? She just like makes it work for her. Like she just shows up and gives it her all in her own life, and that's what the high vibration comes from, guys. You just show up and you do your best. We're just a bunch of kids dancing around, right? It's not, we have the Father here, and if you don't like God as a father, then this is the universe. This is Big Papa, right? Whatever, right, guys? Like the child and the parent here. Like we don't have to be afraid. We can actually have a little fun with it with the Queen of Wands. We can come in wearing like a bright shirt or something, brighten up the place, right? Clarifying the 3 of Swords, we have the 2 of Swords. See, these emotions may make you feel a little bit in an in-between, or like a little bit trapped. We have a lot of 2s. This is a 2-2-2 reading, I feel. Because it's kind of in the in-between of where you are now and where you're going. Just give me one more on that 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Yeah, we have the Hermit with the Queen of Cups. This is the missing element, guys, is it's not just about thinking and plans. It's not just about 7 of Pentacles, like seeing all your achievements up till now, possibly even going over your finances, or, looking for apartments in another state, or any of that shit, right? Like, it's not just about that stuff. It's also about how you feel. And there could be like this transition, or this like awakening, however you want to put it, that's happening for each and every one of us during October. It might manifest in different ways, but it's happening for each and every person. I'm hearing that very specifically. So it might kind of bring up some touchy feelings and like painful memories and stuff like that. It might kind of push you into a time of introspection, which goes perfect with the 7 of Pentacles. I'm seeing some of us just like sitting with our journals, like writing, meditating, thinking through stuff. Like some of us like to take audio notes, or video diaries, or, just notes in our phones or whatever, just thinking over things. And some don't like to do all that kind of techie stuff. Like some are more, it's more the emotional side. Like some will take this hermiting time to just like wrap themselves in a blanket, drink some hot chocolate, watch a nice movie, like go on a walk. I'm seeing people like taking walks in like nature wherever you live, because I'm seeing all different locations. What's up, guys? Nice to see it. It's like in the astral. You just see like a random person on your walk, and it's just me. No, I won't creep you out, guys. Don't worry. It's all just a simulation anyway, right? But yeah. Three of Swords with the Hermit. There, you may feel like, oh my god, like all this stuff is coming up, I'm stuck, but you're not stuck, guys. You're actually moving, but it could be moving your emotions too. So, if you need to take a little time, if you feel overstimulated, like take a break, like think about yourself and take care of yourself at this time with the Hermit. All right, guys. We did it. This is October. A lot of what's happening in October is definitely this awakening thing here. It's a new beginning, but it's kind of like a transformational time. And Pluto doesn't always feel like super easy of a process. Like sometimes it can feel a little bit like intense. And that's why I love Pluto, because Pluto really knows how to transform the human heart, and they love us, right? Like they're not trying to hurt us, they're trying to help us. And if we can just lean into that, we will transform, and it's actually easier and better and more enjoyable when we actually are in a place of gratitude and receptivity with that Queen of Wands, magnetizing things to ourselves. I feel like gratitude is one of the keys to spiritual enlightenment, because it gives you enough space and enough room between all the noise and all the chaos to be like, you know what, I'm just happy I'm alive today. Wow, I'm really just happy I'm alive today, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful for where I'm going, but I'm just gonna take a minute and just ground myself in the real world, get out of my head, and just let myself be grateful for today, for this moment, being in the now, like Eckhart Tolle teaches. Some of us might want to study something like that, listen to that book. I think it's called The Power of Now, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, by Eckhart Tolle. And that was a beautiful book for me to read a few years ago at my apartment when I was going through some of the craziest transformations of my life. And I listened to a lot of his I almost said sermons. Yeah, it's same vein, right? But yeah, similar. All of his like speeches and that he gave on the power of now, and to just be present and grateful and meditative in our daily lives, even just in the simple things. Years ago I read this book called Practicing the Presence of Christ. Very similar. It's just a Christian point of view. And that book, it's a little book with a dark green border. And it was a book that was very transformational for me back in like 2010. So it's all in my opinion, that's why I call myself a mystic. It's all the same spirit. It's all the same heart. It's all the same God, in my opinion, just from different angles, different schools of thought. And gratitude and grounding ourselves and just moving slow and just trusting whoever your higher power is to help you move through and transform. It's amazing what can happen in a month. It is absolutely mind-blowing what can happen in a month. So have a great October, everybody. I love you guys. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. We have the Fool's Rose. Isn't that cool? Thank you, everybody. If you would like to listen to any of the episodes, you can always listen to The Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST. My right ear just started ringing like super loud. If you'd like to book a personal, feel free to email me, everybody. Info is down below. Thank you to everybody who donates. I deeply appreciate it, you guys. It helps me so much. Thank you. And leave your comments. I love to read what you guys have to say. And I love each and every one of you. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad to be back it feels right being back in this chair again. It just took me a minute to adjust after my like, hermit time. Um we can still do what we do and still have our hermit times, right? I just had to get better at Seven of Pentacles, kind of like switching things around so that I can make more time for that. Um, and so there could be an element of that happening for those of us in October as well who need a little more meditation time, need a little more time to ourselves to just like process what's going on in our lives and everything like that. So, all right, everybody, much love, and I'll see you on the next one.